how our mental well-being is enhanced and increased mind powers. What mind? 1 week was about emotional intelligence. Our mind is into two. One is the abilities aspect of the mind, and is the emotional aspect of the body and mind. It is there. Emotions are in the body and mind. So we understood how meditation is helping increase the emotional aspect of it. Emotional quotient. A portion of the mind is about increasing your capability to manifest. Manifestation is a larger beyond mind. We understood how we can create things. Once we recognize we are this infinitely possible field, then how do we create things? Manifestation quotient. Our meditation is there to take care of our individual consciousness. Body, mind, intellect, individual consciousness, all that is. The universal consciousness, we have these 5 things. Physical body is, we understood. Mind, we understood at great level. Individual consciousness, meditation is the food for the soul, like we have physical food for the body. It's healing. Universal consciousness, we'll talk about it next week in the form of service. But the intellect is enhanced greatly when we develop this intelligence more and more, and then the spiritual intelligence. Something that is explaining everything from top down, that from energy perspective. We are matter with energy. And so spiritual intelligence is looking at everything from an energy point of view. We are an energy being having a human experience as opposed to a human being having occasional energy experience in the form of looking at consciousness, this or that. So we understand matters of life beyond life, bit of it, in this week. There's a concept of purpose for all of us. If everything has come here if everything that we create has got a purpose, without which man is not creating anything. And so then when we are created, there's got to be a purpose. We look from that perspective. What is the purpose? How do we know what my purpose is? So we will gain some understanding of various aspects so that our understanding power is further increased. Vegetarianism, plant-based diet. Why is it important? We learned that from a physicality perspective, it is important because human is herbivorous, and then herbivorous, the body does not support it. There is health issues and all of that, planetary issues, but spiritual issues, understanding of it. From the energy perspective, from the energy field perspective, which is then creating matter or situations. A bit about love, reincarnation, love, cause and effect. And many of those this week, as much as possible, we'll touch upon some of the concepts that are there. So we'll go into meditation before that day, friends. We practice in Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. Our goal is to be observing our normal, natural breath. To empty your mind. The practice is to observe the breath to empty your mind. Our goal is to empty the mind and be in the state of emptiness for as long as we can. With our eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands rested comfortably in your lap. Cross your feet at ankle. Cross your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap comfortably, eyes closed. Remove the specs if you're wearing, and then observe your breath. Anywhere in the nose as a reference point, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows, And then observe breath is going in and coming out, which is always there. Breath is always happening. You want to observe that natural breath. When you observe the breath, slowly mind is becoming empty. As the mind is becoming empty, we start experiencing greater emptiness around. Thoughts are not there, then we do not have we do not perceive any of the people, the environment, the places, the things that we know of. Everything that we know of is not there, so we experience total emptiness around. As the thoughts are going away, we start experiencing emptiness, marked by nobody, nothing, no one, no place, because nothing is there. And so we be in that state of emptiness. Observe it. Whatever is happening to you or around you, observe in that state of emptiness. In case you recognize you are in thought, you know it is a thought, you're actively thinking. Then you bring your attention back to the breath and observe the breath again. And then slowly go into the empty state automatically. We don't force the empty state, instead we are observing the breath, so we go there into the empty state. And then again you observe it, and then be a witness in that state of emptiness, anything that's happening to you. Body sensations, mind visions, or movements of the body, or anything that is out of normal that you've not experienced before, means that it is a meditation experience, and be with it, observe it, dear friends. So this is called Ana-Pana-Sati, a breath mindfulness meditation. We're going to practice this for a long time. Before we start this, we're doing something called heart elevation process, where you keep our hands in the chest area, and then we go into higher emotion by recollecting a memory from your past, where you felt enormous love, joy, gratitude, compassion, or any of the higher emotions, which increase your energy, which make your body vibrate and emit more better positive energy around, and which is helping us mind to slow down, to help us go into thoughtless state faster. Right, friends? So we're going to practice that for a few minutes, and then we slowly go into breath mindfulness meditation. Relax yourself, sit comfortably, your eyes closed, relax your body.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart and on your breath. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath, and can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath, and can you feel your beautiful heart, your seat of all emotions, your primary connection of your life's experiences into this universe? I want you to recollect a memory or an event from your life where you experienced enormous amount of love, gratitude, joy, or any of the heightened emotions. Relive that moment and feel that emotion in your body, in your heart. Come on, relive that memory, moment from your life and feel it. Feel the joy, feel the love, the gratitude, whatever may be that emotion, dear friends. We're all deeply connected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy. We are intricately connected with each other in this quantum entanglement. When we experience love, joy, gratitude, compassion, we experience that connectedness again. We are becoming one with all things and everybody in that experience. Feel it. Feel more of that energy and allow to redirect, to heal yourself deeply. Where you place your attention, there you place your energy. And slowly, I'd like you to go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Tell yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts. As your mind is becoming empty, observe any sensations in your body. Can you sense energies all around your body, occupying your room? Can you become aware of emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, in no place and no time, inside of you, all around you? Allow yourself to experience this emptiness of no body, of no thing. Inside of you, all around you, spreading far and wide. That's energy. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum energy field with unlimited waves of possibilities. Every possibility is an experience, potential experience, waiting to happen in our physical reality with our observation. The longer we experience this energy, the more we become of it and the more we receive from it. Stay aware of that emptiness, of that energy, that light, as no body, as no thing. Become aware of that void on your left side, stretching into infinity. How far does that emptiness go on your right side? That's energy. This is the field of all creation. The longer you stay in this field, the more creative you become. The more we draw that healing energy, mystical energy, love energy, or whatever you can become aware of. Tell yourself to stay connected to this energy field. The longer you stay as no body, no thing, the more we experience everybody and everything. We're all deeply interconnected in this quantum field, in this quantum consciousness. Tell yourself to merge into this emptiness of yourself. If you find yourself distracted, go back to observing your breath. This is the field of unknown. Allow yourself to merge into this unknown. The longer you stay in the unknown, the more uncommon you experience in your life, the more miraculous your life will be. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body. As you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
Hope you enjoy the session, dear friends. The entire spiritual science, teaching of spiritual science is the work that Patriji carried throughout his life. Meditation is a portal and a gateway to understanding spiritual science. Because meditation is helping us go beyond the body. Mindfulness is a small aspect of it, a tiny aspect of it, to be mindfully do things. But as we've been practicing that, we are connecting into that consciousness, we are experiencing that universal, impersonal, larger, grander, intelligent self of ours every day. That's the quantum energy field. Meditation is a portal to understand this existence, and that is the word spiritual science for it. Understanding this consciousness is spiritual science. And so Patriji has always been, this core teaching has been about spiritual science, no more. There is enough study that has been done on matter. What about that energy? Who is exploring? No more. If that is huge, infinite, no more about it. How is it operating? It was said in many forms about consciousness, about God, about this and about that. Religion, of course, tried to explain a bit of it. Then somewhere the separatists came and they wanted control, I suppose. Individually, the original founders who really formed the religions are always great. They had good intentions to know more about this consciousness. But then somewhere along, things changed. Became a control tool. But the essence of all of them is there, that there is that intelligence. That intelligence is there and is always helping. And so, all of this intelligence can be explained through these 6 spiritual science theories or laws. Patriji put these together after looking from various understandings of various books and studies. And then we also, as we study more and more, we understand this. But you can explain every event, every situation that is happening. Perfect answers are there in spiritual science. If there is something, Pradeep started, if there is something that we wanted an understanding power about an event or a situation, then we have the ability to accept, our ability to take an appropriate action on top of it. When we see children begging on the street, they understanding that we have it's insane, it's so much of injustice, so much tragedy for them. Fourth thing, we have expressed so much sympathy about beggars and people with disabilities and people that are having, for a naked eye, what we see as challenge. That is the consciousness which we go and then apply. But spiritual science is questioning and saying go beyond to understand it. But it's not an intellectual understanding unless we have personal experience of we are beyond the body. Only then we will be rationally can apply some of this principle to say, okay, this is probably how it is operating. And then the more we think about it, the more we track those experiences to reinforce what we are recognizing. That beggar, that disabled person is a lot more compassionate. The disabled person is a lot more compassionate. The one who is suffering with cancer is a lot more compassionate, wanting to experience. So that in a way, the people around, the things around are developing themselves, a higher consciousness. When do we think of death? When do we think that, okay, what is there? Why is it happening? Only when we see people challenge around us. If a family member suddenly falls and they're diagnosed with cancer, is when only then we're waking up to know more about ourselves. Otherwise, everything is oh matter. I want one more house. I want one more thing. I want one more foreign travel. I want one more this. We're not even thinking. And so there is always many ways the people who are taking serious illnesses are so compassionate. They want to give that jolt so that people around come back around to know more. Because we've gotten used to waiting for crisis to happen before we try to put the fire off. We're not looking at that fire is coming up, so let's look at try to prevent it before. Meditation is that thing when we recognize that there is energy and there is matter, and then explore more about energy, because that is in principle, because the 99.99% is quantum physics is energy. So in principle, we are a speck of it coming from it, and so then it must be governing in many, many ways. We don't understand that trying to deal with matter and trying to change matter, trying to physically force situations, and always seems very, very tough life, difficult life, serious life, hard life. So we think of death only when we challenge it. Otherwise, we're not thinking of death. But from the beginning, first go, that's why Patriji's teaching is there's no death. Quantum field is saying energy to matter. So if energy to matter is there, then when a matter dissolves, what happens? That's quantum physics science, that energy, matter has to become energy. It has to go back to it. Now, what is that energy to matter? Now, this is where every experience is a pattern of electrons and neutrons put together as a combination. There is a signature to it. It's because it's a wave. Waves are frequency, signs. So when you take a wave certain shape, it has its own frequency. So how many frequencies you can have? Infinity. How many combinations of electrons, neutrons you can have of everything, everybody, every place? Infinity. So they have all of those. So energy to matter, then matter went back as energy. So experience went back as the samskara that are there. You want to call it the karma. That is there, that is created as a trigger. And it is there in that energy field, observed as Chandra, observed as Pradeep, observed as Kathika madam. And then when it is finished, it's going back as a field of energy. It's there in the energy field. You have bigger blocks of dense parts and then empty parts. We know that, right? If you look at an energy grid picture, there are dense areas. When there is cloudy, if you see the world map, and then the world map is there, and then you see every given moment, there is always dense area there, which is clouds there, and then another area where it's not dense, it is not there. So think of all those clouds, dense areas are various consciousnesses of entities that came up, existed, and then existing there, and then from there comes the matter. So my consciousness is there as a dense area somewhere, with a whole set of experiences defining me of my past. And your consciousness as a dense area of set of experience of yours defining you, where they're all there intricately connected, they are there. And so then we come back as another entity. If you're able to come one time, you should be able to come a second time. From energy, we must be collapsed or condensed into a physicality at some point. Something is observing. If you're able to observe after coming here, that the observations influence the electron, and so we observe more and more experiences of our thoughts create reality. If we're able to do that here consciously, then something must have observed us consciously to be here. That intelligence. So the 6 laws, which will then try to explain all of this, is law of consciousness, law of reincarnation, law of cause and effect, law of constant progression or hastening progress, law of yoga, and law of infinity. What are we trying to do to understand? When we understand how this energy field or the consciousness, the whole thing that is being operated, and then if we understand these 6 laws, then seem to have an answer to everything that's happening. Why are some people paupers? Why are some people princes? Why suddenly, no matter what I'm doing, so much great work, all the time I've been doing punya, 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 I've been taking care of temples, I've been feeding, but suddenly I've got this. Suddenly I got this serious illness, sudden death. Patriji said that he will stay till 2095. Why is their sand is not there? Law of consciousness is saying that we are energy. Simple. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is consciousness. The 3 words: energy, consciousness, wisdom. They are interrelated. The energy is intelligent, so then it's consciousness, which is observing that awareness. We say there is awareness to us. It's not in the body. It is observing us, what we are doing. metacognition capability. It's called humans have it. Something is observing us from there. It's like, there's always a camera looking at us, what we do. That awareness is not there because we are full of, our conscious mind is sort of constantly, our subconscious mind with so many programs is getting us full into this emotional baggage with the body. And so then we are not aware of things that are constantly happening. So we're never aware that we are so deeply involved in an argument. So that awareness is consciousness, is this energy field, it is there, the intelligence. Part of it is determined that everything is emptiness, that emptiness is energy, that energy is full of information, full of information, traveling beyond speed of light, full of information. The information is what? Information is nothing but all the experiences of everything that's happening. I ran a company and was successful. We'd taken. So I was happy, had a set of experience. All of that is already captured. In a spiritual sense, balance called Akashic record. Akashic record. It's all there. And so then you can access. As much as I can access, everybody can access if they wish to. It's all there is an energy field where everything is connected. So law of consciousness is saying everything is energy. Or in spiritual experience, I'm not the body, I'm the soul. Atma, Paramatma, Parabrahma. There is various levels you can imagine. Astral body, causal body, supracausal body. Sukshma sharir, Karana sharir, Mahakarana sharir. But they're all energy. They are there. Consciousness, law of consciousness, everything is energy. From nothing comes something. From energy comes. Energy is for us invisible, so we say nothing. From nothing comes something. A tree comes out of a seed. It's tiny, nothing comes out. A statue, beautiful statue comes out of the stone that exists, we thought is of no use. But a beautiful statue comes out of it. The trees grow and then become big, 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 and then finally the branches fall off, leaves fall off, and then it gets recycled to create something more, something else. Everything is changing its form. So law of consciousness, everything exists as energy, as consciousness. From their life springs and takes shape and then goes back and then takes a new shape and then new shape and new shape. So everything originates from this energy field. The second one is saying is reincarnation. We come and go. We are a multi-dimensional personality in a multiverse. From a quantum physics perspective, some of the quantum physics term it that way. We are multi-dimensional personality in a multi-universe, multiverse. So law of reincarnation is saying that from this emptiness, from that energy, from the consciousness, things are coming and then going back, coming and going back. We reincarnate again and again. So this whole theory of past lives exists, past life regression, past life sciences, to know more about past and present. Many religions, some religions, mostly Eastern religions, have talked about it. It's easy for people from Eastern religions to understand this aspect. It is difficult to digest for some religions where they say there is no past. You see, if you read this book, James Redfield, the Celestial Prophecy, really talks about how the world has progressed post Jesus Christ. How things got distorted around. Religion was there originally, talking about many things, how things changed and got distorted. And then over a period, how completely this consciousness has been removed from the, when the Industrial Revolution came, they even removed the consciousness, the God or aspect of it from everything, and said, unless you see, physically touch and feel, there's nothing called God, there's nothing called consciousness. You can't prove it, so forget it, it's not there, it's removed completely. So as we are growing up now, so nobody talks about it. Nobody talks meditation, because meditation is connection to that consciousness, and then it is not there. Because it's talking about things that cannot be seen directly, and so it is not there, it's been removed. So read these books, then you understand how things were originally and then how things got distorted. So now I know. If Jesus Christ always said, I am the Son of God, and you are the same, and you become child, then you enter the kingdom of God. I'm the Son of God, you are the same. What does that mean? Law of reincarnation is saying that we are reincarnating again and again. What do we do? Maybe some lifetimes as male, some lifetimes as female, some lifetimes in America, some lifetimes in India, some lifetimes as things that in general do not change in your lifetime process, things that are there as general constants for us. Being in India, we experience a different culture. Being in America, we experience a different culture. You know, by now, if you understand that what we think is totally wrong here is not wrong there, and what they think is wrong here is wrong. So there is relativity. Culture is relative. Culture is a product of the mind, society, that we form some values, certain things around us. And the moment an apartment association has come up, they come together and form their own rules. There's no community rules. The associations, set up people come together, they form their own rules, communities. And outside, whatever that may be, in our layout, they said every house must have a recharge well. Must have. It's not an option. It's a rule that they created. And everybody is abiding to it. It's a community rule. You know that the very next layout is not necessary. It's not there. So the law of reincarnation is where we are taking a set of lives again and again and again, as male, as female, as Hindu, as Christian, as Muslim, in America and here, different places, different religions, which basically define a set of values with which we live, a set of experience that gives us, isn't it? A Hindu wedding is beautiful. So there's a whole set of experience you can have again and again and again, celebrating life differently. Getting born in the United States is beautiful. There is so much nature to explore. The only thing people do is weekend comes, I must go, hit road and then go into some mountain, some trekking, some this and some there. Beautiful. You explore nature like crazy because it gives an ample opportunity. So reincarnation can easily help and understand that we come, we live certain experiences, then we go back, and then we come back to relive another set of experiences. We're constantly exploring. From consciousness comes the seed, from the seed comes a big tree. And from there it goes, recycles around to become something else. Can explain why in Sony Idol, there are people with a little practice are able to sing beautifully. Can explain why some people who seem to be so talented with a little practice naturally can play cricket, naturally, whereas others who've been practicing for 20 years and still not able to do it. Because if you are reincarnating, there's all that sort of experience that are there. that come back as knowledge. And so you have huge repository of experiential knowledge with each one. And so you put it back here, and so you start from there. I'm a great programmer. My company 1, I did a lot of programming in C language. And company 2, I did a lot of programming in C++, little better. In company 3, I got in Java. So now I've got so much. When I go to the 4th company, it's a piece of cake for me. Somebody who just started, it's difficult, so difficult. Oh my God, I can't understand these objects. What is this? So difficult to dealing with objects, this and that. But somebody, it seems so easy. If I only looked at the other person without that 20 years of experience, then I say, come on, man, I'm having struggle. And you seem to just do it so naturally. Is because we miss the point. There's 20 years of experience is there. When someone is exhibiting a natural talent, we miss the point. There is remarkable amount of experience for them from one life, another life, another life. This could be all of that, right? If all our experience are going back as energy back, and so all of that is accumulating, all of them is something is stitching them to the interconnected. If in this life, whatever that we are experiencing is all connected right there, we know that, right? If I had 5 business successes or failures, lessons, they're all connected. In our brain, we know that. We draw that experience. If they're all connected here, there's no reason why, and if they're all there in the energy, our experience from the past is not connected. Think about it. They all can be connected. So which means we have access to not only the current lifetime experience, but we have access from the past. How can you explain otherwise people running multi-billion-dollar businesses at 20 years of age, 21, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, how are they able to run? When even after 30, 40 years of experience, we fear to go in and then take the mantle of a CEO role. I don't know whether he can make sure cash flows can come and then help people pay salaries by the end of the month. I'm not sure. I don't know. Why would we fear taking up a top role? For some, it's natural because after reincarnation is happening, that we're naturally bringing that experience from the past. How do you know it all exists? Take up a past life regression session. Go for yourself. I have done multiple others. I've seen myself in several aspects. One very, very clearly, distinctly about my purpose. You must explore the tools are there. Dr. Newton has written a book called The Science of Past Life Regression. Must read, dear friends. Must read. If the physical body has hunger, every day hunger is there, so every day must feed the food. And then so is the soul. Every day we must continue to enhance ourselves with some knowledge or the other. We must continue to read. Enlightenment is not a grand word. Enlightenment is, Patriji said, is to recognize that I know so little, there's infinity to learn, so I constantly look to learn. Is to recognize that I know so little and I can learn from everybody. Everybody contributes to the experience, and so I learn from everybody. So keep reading. You got to set the analytical mind, which is saying, what is it? I mean, and so many scientists never bother about it. So why? The answer is already there. We never learn meditation. Why is meditation not there in education from childhood? Nobody can answer it. We all get questioned. Why doctors are not taught about meditation? If meditation is healing, why? You know it. So many lobbies, in spite of having so much knowledge, the lobbies which are more greed-oriented, selfish-oriented, always constantly suppressing, right? You know that. The lobbies which are profiting significantly, always suppressing many aspects. Now, originally why it did not exist is for different reasons. Gaining power, control, the middleman scheme. Only through middleman you can go to the consciousness. Was meditation directly putting you in touch with the consciousness. So for various reasons, they're not there. The meditation itself is not there. So then it's easy to understand that there's a repository of knowledge, wisdom is there, but they're being just kept away. So we must explore. Science of past life regression must be read significantly. then so many things will become clear. A person is fearful of flights. Every time she would take a flight, every time she is very fearful. In one of her past life sessions, she saw herself as a pilot in World War II where she got shot, the plane got shot. And she understands the event of why it happens. Any clear phobias, fears, if you see knife, suddenly get scared and then run away, a big knife. If it literally happens all the time, there must have been something, a clear event of the past, a very traumatic event of the past. When traumatic events happen, it goes into the subconscious so strongly. That's how our brain learns. One is traumatic events or high experience events. High experience events you can never forget because they go and capture so much of environment, the context, that go back to the learning, doing, being session. It captures so much suddenly in the brain, in all areas, that the whole feeling, that, the vision, the sight, and then all of that has been captured that time. And so they never forget it. And so then it always plays. Before you even think about it, it shows up immediately. The conscious, it pushes that memory out. The moment you see it, the external trigger comes. One is this experiences of that nature, they're there. So then how do we access it? Nothing seems to remove that fear, that phobia. Potentially past life regression can help and access it. Dr. Norton has so many case studies. That book explains it, friends. So law of consciousness and law of reincarnation is telling us that we're going back and coming back. And so when you start looking into it, then we always starting from where we left and experience from there. Nobody wants to study 5th grade twice. Who wants to study 5th grade twice? We don't want it. I've done certain type of experience in my business. I don't want to go back and take up the same role. We tell, hey, I won't offer you that analyst role. I've already done all of this. I would like to do this time something more. I want to go to the sales side. I want to go to this side. People who have done enough technology, they'll say, I want to go to the selling. I want to go to the customer side. I want to go to strategy, planning. Different experience we want. We want constantly seeking newer experiences. Fundamentally, we are a dissatisfied entity. Solely the dissatisfied entity. So that creation can happen. When you're satisfied, then nothing is happening. You're not exploring more. When you're satisfied, not exploring more. Comfort. Dissatisfied, so it causes us to think, ask for something else and explore. I'm going to learn the remaining aspects tomorrow. Remaining part of this spiritual sense laws to understand, to complete the whole cycle, from starting from everything is emptiness energy to infinity, is that there is so much there to explore. The whole process of this whole course, in meditation course, is they would recognize that we are unlimited potential. And so they can explore enough. We already gotten techniques of manifestation to explore every potential that we can have. And we're going to get there. Law of infinity is talking that there's unlimited experience possible, unlimited ways we can deal things, unlimited ways we can live life, celebrate life. And so there's so much. That field is infinite. So when we understand, but however, in the process of manifesting, process of doing this and that, there seem to be so many blocks. There seem to be unexplained things. And when you go through all of them, we clearly explain, understand it. When you understand these laws, we understand every event, every situation beautifully. So no more suffering. We're going to explain them tomorrow. Thank you. Yes, Pradeep, any announcements?
Yeah. Hi, friends. So in 40 minutes from now, we are having a book club today on breaking the habit of being yourself. It starts at 8:15 a.m. IST. Yeah, so do take your time and participate. Yeah, that's the announcement for today. And please raise your hand, friends, if you have any sharings or questions. We'll unmute you.
Yes, Lalita, some music. Yes. Let's unmute Project Saji.
Who is that, sir? Can you repeat again?
How are your sessions going, Project Samana?
Hello everyone, good morning. Yes, they're going awesome. Very nice.
Okay.
There's lots I'm learning, which is coming apart from the meditation. A lot of wisdom that we get from you, and I'm sure we all are very fortunate for that. So thank you so much. And I'm glad I'm able to do all these sessions, In UAE, it starts at 4:30 in the morning. And as you had told me, try it. And when I tried, I could feel that, yes, you can do it. And it's going really well. So thank you so much.
Hats off to you, Project Saji. 4:30 every day.
Yes.
So 40 days is a big commitment. You are building tons of willpower, I can tell you. And then you're also meditating in this best possible times of the day. So all has to add up.
Yes. And I'm feeling so energetic. I don't even feel like going back to sleep. So I have experienced that it's all about quality sleep and not quantity. So even if it's less hours, you're still energetic. And I personally feel it's, of course, because of the meditation, and which is happening every day, So I can see a big difference in that.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So we have Ambika, madam.
Masters, sir, I have attended
Please switch
today's
on your
session.
video, ma'am, if possible.
Yeah. Hi, good morning and good evening to everyone. So, like we've been attending this session regularly. As per today's session, we learned about law of consciousness and law of reincarnation. I would like to mention here that we are into transportation business from last 20 years, but somehow we have felt that it's not fruitful, but we are not able to, keep the kind of wealth that we generate, retain with us. It flows off from our hands because of some reason or the other. Now, after coming into meditation, we learned that, there are certain things that we need to change. So we are actually thinking of changing this business. But again, because we are having a limited knowledge of things, as sir said, that because of law of reincarnation, we get so much of knowledge from our previous lives as well. We have not been able to identify that apart from this, what else should we do? So how do we get to know our real potential? Is there any way out that we can, something just comes up into our mind, oh yes, I'm good at it, so I should do this. I just need clarification on that. Thank you so much.
See, there is nothing called real potential. It's unlimited potential. Everything is just equal. Everything is there. Everything is an experience. Which experience to choose is what you feel. Your feelings are always telling you which experience to choose. From now, tomorrow, what should I do? Your feelings must be telling you. When you constantly learn, it is a trigger point to go back and assimilate and examine what you have already experienced. Somebody tells you that I've gone to Himalaya. Somebody tells you I've gone to this Vivekananda. Somebody says I've gone to this Disneyland. Some things you resonate, some things you don't. Right? Some things you deeply appreciate, some things you don't. Things you deeply appreciate are perhaps things that you already finished experiencing. But things you deeply appreciate are you're inquisitive about things that you've not started. So then those things that are not started will start becoming as feelings for you. It'll hold on and say, hey, someone said that Vivekananda rock, I don't know, but I always inspired by Vivekananda's speech. There must be something there. So the feelings will develop. And so when we are paying close attention to feelings, which is meditation, then you start the urges, which is also what we call it the intuition. The feeling stronger means you have stronger intuition about doing certain thing. And so it gets developed naturally of going to that experience. So the same business scaling up one level, certain level, more level, depends on how you feel. Or not this business anymore because I'm done with it, or no, it's got certain things that does not seem to be the right business because right livelihood is there. Right livelihood must be there. If not now, eventually it will catch up. If I'm the cause of hampering the progress of something else significantly, then the right livelihood comes into the play at some point. And so we understand it, so we change the livelihood differently. It can be. Until the time we don't understand, we don't change the livelihood, it is okay. Ignorance is bliss, what to do? But ignorance is suffering beyond a point. Both exist. Both exist. Both things exist. And so there isn't a real potential. It is an unlimited potential of various things. And it is through feelings that we constantly recognize. Now the feelings become stronger and stronger towards that thing which is aligning to your purpose or a larger plan that you made for yourself. The purpose of what you are here to do this life. And one way to look at that, and then we're going to understand this purpose as towards the later part of this week. One way to look at it is, what is my grander purpose? What am I supposed to do at this moment? I'm getting given next few weeks, few months. What is giving me happiness? One way to recognize is by looking at it and saying, if you're doing things effortlessly in your life, if certain business came to you effortlessly, and if you're certain things you're doing, things are happening effortlessly, least resistance, then chances are very likely that you are aligned to your current purpose. Things happen effortlessly. If you had to complicate things, you have to really go all out to make against several odds, keep pushing, perhaps you are out of the alignment. So you got to look at that aspect. Right. But eventually it is all about listening to your heart, the feeling of what should I be doing, and then you feel good about something, go and do it. Everything is equally good. Every business is good. Every potential is good. Every experience is good experience because it's all one after the other. We want to have a different learning and different knowledge, so we know ourselves more. We appreciate ourselves more. Right.
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So we have one more person. You can unmute yourself, sir. Who am I?
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, Chandra, sir. Good morning to all. First of all, thank you so much to Chandra, sir, and all teams and the PSM teams. Actually, sir, first I would like to share my experience from yesterday. Last night I was watching our Patri sir video. Then I was thinking, he said no benefits of meditation. He was explaining about benefits of meditation. Then he was saying something, you put question, you will get answer in meditation. Then daily I am doing meditation around I think 15 minutes, 1 hour normally. Last 9 months I practicing. And this morning around 40 minutes, I got some disturbance in my throat. Then one thought was coming. That means why Patriji sir left the body. Because I spoke with him one day in Zoom meeting. Then he appreciated me. I also talked very nicely. So I was thinking why he left his body. Then suddenly I disturbed, no. Then I remember this. Actually, regularly I'm not connecting this group. Then I put some break. So today suddenly I got disturbed in the throat. Then I joined this session. Then Chandra sir was talking about this topic. It's really miraculous thing to me. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we are hearing. Yes.
Yeah, it's really miraculous to me. This happened because I put it's come automatically. I didn't the thing, but yesterday I put question. Today morning in meditation, the thought rises. Why Patriji sir, you answer me? Then I got disturbed in my throat. Then I disturbed and I dropped meditation. And I think then thoughts rise. I joined this session. You are explaining about these things.
Yes.
Great, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your great service. Because Patriji sir left also, he created a lot of great masters like you. So I am going to be a great master with the help of all your like you. Thank you so much for your service, sir. So only one small question, sir. You put one question in interview of when you interview Patriji sir. What is the essence of meditation? It's when new beginners coming, how we can learn. Then he explained a lot. You read books, something. What is your opinion, sir?
Whatever he said is my opinion.
Opinion means how to simply how I can say that, because when people asking, why we do meditation,
Why
then
we-
how?
Yeah. Go ahead. Ask your question clearly. What's your question?
So because as I am doing practice, sir, 8 months, 9 months, I am doing practice meditation. I observe something, I understand, my understanding is there. But when I teach to somebody, suppose I teach to my friend, he is asking why we do meditation. I explaining, but they are not accepting because of my past. Because in my past days, I am not like this, spiritual. So some bad things is there. So they are not believing. So simply how I can, but some transformation is there, but still they are not believing. So how to explain briefly? When you come meditation, you can do you can get like this, some benefits or something.
You can only explain what you experience.
Mm.
Otherwise, everything else is just cooked up knowledge. Then it's not anyway have energy. You're already doing what you are experiencing. You're only talking about experience. Hey, I'm feeling calm. I seem to feel something different inside. My anger is coming down. They're talking about thoughts create reality. So it seems like there is so much more is there. I am feeling calm, you will say they're talking about thoughts create reality because you're not experienced that. But seems like it is very powerful. And then there's so many people, the teacher is coming and then talking, and there is somebody else coming and talking. It seems very powerful. Yeah, you can do. So you are explaining what you experience, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah, I learned from Patriji sir also. He said first experiment. Yeah, experiment, then experience it, explain it, evolvement and enlightenment, evolution and enlightenment. Is it right, sir?
I can read that thing, yes or no. I'm okay. Okay. And let me ask you one question. What phone do you use?
Samsung, sir. Samsung M33, sir.
How did you come to your decision on Samsung M30?
Actually, yeah, my previous phone was M30, sir. Then
so
I
you
used
certain experience, right? And then the M30 you must have got it certain reviews.
Yeah.
Did you just go and buy it, or did you buy having enough of use and this and that and all that? What did you do? Did you buy it just like that, or did you do enough reviews about it?
No, sir. I by experience, sir.
Yeah,
By
but
experience.
you must have got it with enough reviews, no? You must have looked at, okay, M30, is it good? Are people using? You've gone and compared against Y or this other something?
Yeah. When I buy that, yeah, my wife saw this reviews. Yeah.
So many
Definitely.
like that, yeah. I mean, we'll not just we'll learn about M30, just like that we won't buy it. Just because
Yeah.
you heard it about meditation, just like that they may not take it. They'll need to hear enough about it. Also heard enough about it. Then you made a decision, yeah, M30 is. So you bought it. Same way, you are talking about your experience. So many people write reviews, doesn't mean that every item will be bought like that.
Yeah.
Then they'll also start researching about it. You've already done your job of telling. So if your friends are not accepting, don't expect them to accept immediately. If that is the case, one time you tell clients and then they buy it, and every business will be like somewhere, we don't know. Okay. So it's like that. So you're doing your job. And so move on to other people. Your friends are just one of them. Many are there. So move on to other people. Keep talking about your experience. You're doing the right thing. Okay. You don't have to worry about trying to convince by looking at this way, that way. You speaking your experience is the best way to convince others. No other better than that. Okay. Because it's natural. Because you can talk about it legitimately.
Okay, sir. Very nicely explained, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your great services, sir. Thank you, sir.
I love what you said. I'm also becoming a great master. That's what you said some time ago. I love it.
Yeah, I will become, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. All the best and for you and me. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you all, team, sir.
Okay, we have Pavan.
Namaste, sir.
Yes.
Can't hear you, Pavan. Can you try again? Can you try speaking again? No, still we can't hear you.
Is it better? You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. So I might be asking completely out of context question here. So I don't know. Since we talked about something more towards the consciousness, infinity, and all of that. So my question is more towards it's more like the marriage and all of that. So being in the present situation, being in the present world, is it really needed? Is it specifically? Can we talk something more towards what exactly the perspective of marriage from your perspective? And the reason why I asked this specific question is I want to have my own space right now. Like I want to be I was completely concerned with my space, and I don't like I would not like to enter anyone into my space. So that's how I became right now. And of course, none of our families or no one will allow that to happen. So that's how it. That's for the families or parents will not won't allow us to be in that particular state, right? So, but it's very hard for me and my parents to convince that. That's a very tough situation I need to face. So can we talk something more towards that actually, whether what the decision which I'm trying to take or the decision which I'm trying to be in place, is it a right approach? Because I hope you understood what exactly the context I'm trying to ask.
There are so many examples in the world, people who are successful, not successful. From the religion, there are so many examples who are not married also, and there are people married too. Both are there. One is right, the other is right too. It's just an experience. So what you need at this point is what we choose. We cannot generalize that, because of this, something else is not going to happen, right? Last we've already said, foundation is that all relationships will become friendships, then you flourish. All relations must become friendships. And when there are friendships, then there is freedom given. The space is given. Because friendship does not come with expectation. You are good by yourself, I am good by myself. Together we'll have a lot more experiences. That's the basis for any relationship. So this is an experience, that is an experience. Nothing is wrong, nothing is better. You must read more. Please read Conversation with God, Part 1. You will have answers to all your questions. Have you read it?
No, not
Have
yet. I haven't read it. I haven't read it.
You must read. To formulate your understanding based on where you are today, you must read these books. For some, it may not be necessary. It is not a universal answer. We know it, right?
Exactly.
But it need not go.
But
it's not
the
necessary.
problem is it's very tough to convince parents or anyone in the family. Yeah. So I had my own thoughts actually, and I had my own space created. So I had some past as well. So thinking all about that.
Answer today, how did you get to a convincing answer? If you are getting to a convincing answer, then you will naturally guide your parents to go through the same route, same process, so they also get there.
But you know about the elders, you know about the family, you know about.
So that's why this whole thing is about gaining strength for yourself to express yourself. If you are saying family, then we haven't even fully understood yet that I'm here as an entity to experience myself. I'm here as a consciousness that I'm experiencing myself. We're not even understood fully yet. And so then we feel that there is constraint. We've just simply put it on somebody else. Many times we've taken decisions. Don't you tell me that you're not taking any decision against your parents' wish?
Obviously, not a lot many times. But the thing is, though we give as many reasons as we can, definitely that they won't accept it. They'll try to blackmail us in a very bad way. That's how it is.
Not that way. I think it is, everybody is right at the level of consciousness, right? And so the more we work through with them, so there's a good reason why you are there with them. See, understand it, right? And so then we are constantly doing certain trade-offs, get something to give something to get something. This concept is there anyway. They're not, the life has been trade-offs, but with meditation, we gain clarity to know which one to trade off, which one not to trade off. That's the thing, right? Because there may be, and every one of us are driven through certain belief systems. That belief systems are no longer hold right. And so the whole idea is to break the beliefs, break the blind beliefs, and then come out of it. What is called settlement? Hey, you must settle in life. What is settlement? I used to also believe it. And so in the process, we get pushed to go and then build a house, and now make sure you have a house. And so the person does not earn adequate money, but the whole lifetime you got to go on paying EMI every month. There's a struggle at home, quarrels between family members because neither you can give some money to child or to the spouses, satisfy each other, and the gamut of an acquiring asset and this and that. So the life is gone because there is concept of you've got to settle down in life. There's no settle down in life. So when you understand the knowledge, then we make right decisions. So you'll gain the strength. And so then it's our responsibility, it's our dharma to immediately spread it to people around us. Now again, you'll understand the law of how we are making decisions to come and then experience life. So it so happens that if they don't listen to you at all, they or anybody for that matter, certain times we make our own strong decisions, we do strong decisions. What to do?
Yeah.
Prahlada and Hiranyakashipa story is there.
Agreed. But
No, I'm not saying one is wrong or right. I mean, everybody is right in their view, and then you got to make your own choice. And then, of course, it's going to burn bridges at some, but everything can be. First, you have to be in that state so that you are strong to yourself. And then we are greatly compassionate to constantly work to raise the consciousness of people around us so that we can evolve more. We constantly work with the right trade-offs, but not things that are going to make us so dissatisfied in life. That's got to make a right decision there. So the best is to, whatever that increasing your level of understanding, must look to introduce it as much as possible. And it's going to happen, I'll tell you. The more you change, the more people around you will notice, and they're going to also take it up. Eventually, sooner or later. Okay. So make a decision for yourself as your understanding a little more strongly, so that once you make a decision, there's no regret for you anymore, right? It just goes on.
Yeah. To other perspective of the question is also like I had a little bit bitter past, so which makes me a little fear taking a new relationship. So I don't know.
That's where they come from. That's where they come from. And many a times it's all, but relationship by itself is there to grow.
Yeah.
The relationship is there to grow. So relationships are good. Right? When you go to new places, when you meet new people, we are enhancing our consciousness, So relationships are part of that. That's how we have to see it. But there are always past events which are strong as memories and so constant. So we are driven through the past. We got to cut the past, right? Disengage the past. That's the whole point of meditation. Be open again, become zero again. You got to become zero at every moment of past. Right? And most of the decisions are driven through that. Once it happens and say, I don't believe man, I don't believe women, I can't have this kind of relationship. Oh, this is tough. I can't believe my relatives anymore. One person does something, I don't believe relatives. So a lot of things come, a lot of decisions are made based on a generalization trap of an experience or true. So we need to break through it. We got to see it. Every individual is different, right? You can't generalize, isn't it?
It's not different, but the experience which I face is something like it's altogether a different story altogether. Yeah.
So you have to just learn more. So become the consciousness more. We understand it that it's they're all experiences. They're all experiences. So then you don't attach good and bad to it anymore. Anyway, you just have to read more, Pawan. How long? You just keep reading more. You'll get all answers. You have all answers. Then apply more, read more, meditate more. Okay. Thank you
I have
all.
a lot of things to go. Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts to go on sabbatically with Himalayas and all of that. Yeah, I really don't know. So yeah, I would like to spend myself more. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah. So that is not allowed by my parents. That's what my point is.
Many people who are starting with meditation, many family members are not allowing them, by the way. Few are fortunate, the parents already got it, so they're there. But what to do? But this one I'll talk about strongly. When you determine that meditation is helping you get there, figure out a way. And I know that people who are coming into meditation, particularly women, are struggling in many ways to figure out a way, and they figure out a way. They don't, because husbands do not allow. And so many a time they are figuring out some way in some corner here or there. They have to do all the ways. Somehow they do it, but it's the right thing to do, to know about yourself, to gain the courage, strength to express, to live the life back fine, as opposed to simply being put on some sort of belief system, right? And so you're not alone. Then there's so many people are going through the challenge initially, but it is worth the challenge. It's worth the challenge. You change forever the environment. Dr. GK and my family, We all, including me, I pursued him. I said, you're wasting your time. Every time you call me on meditation, I used to tell him. First, he resisted, he existed, right? And he continued his mission, continued to pursue. And today what happened? The entire family was turning around, and then they're doing meditation. It's going to happen. That moment will come. So certain decisions we have to take, But you figure out a way. You're going to figure out a way to continue to do what you're doing, to learn yourself until the time you get enough understanding, courage, that then things will change completely. Right. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends. Stay connected. It is Buddhasi Foundation.
Sure,
Okay.
definitely.
Stay connected.
Yeah, I'm from right now I'm in US actually. So
when you come to Bangalore, please come and spend some time. Okay.
Definitely, sir. I would like to talk to you also personally a lot.
Well, then why have you not called so far?
I don't have your number or anything specific to talk.
They're all excuses here.
No, really, I don't have your number. I really don't know how to contact you. I don't have a way to communicate to you.
No, I'm sorry. Very poorly you're talking.
Sorry?
You're talking very poorly. What do you don't have a way? There's WhatsApp groups are there, and then you're part of a group. There are facilitators are there. Have you not thought about asking them, where's my number?
Oh, I really don't know what they'll think. That's what I think.
Come on. Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
Definitely. I'll get your number. Definitely. I'll talk to you, sir. Thank you.
All right. 9945685825. Pradeep, type the number. Thank you, dear friends.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day.
Silent.